I think America's doing pretty well.
It's out of control. Like the crime, people will stab you because it's Tuesday.
Ruining people's lives, tearing apart families, communities, they're feeling terrorized.
Trump wants to take control. He wants to make everyone afraid. And it's working.
He ain't running me, he running y'all. I ain't vote for nobody.
There are ways to be an illegal immigrant and get your citizenship. Multiple avenues.
Esta semana, la Suprema Corte volvió a dar luz verde para que las redadas de ICE regresaran a Los Ángeles.
Indignados que la Corte Suprema no está dispuesta a parar el ataque despiadado.
Lo más grave es que ahora también les permite detener a personas tomando en cuenta su perfil racial o incluso el idioma que hablen.
La manera en que te ves, cómo hablas el inglés, cuál es tu trabajo y dónde te encuentras al momento de la detención.
Ahora, si te ven latino o te escuchan hablar español, simplemente eso podría hacer que te detengan para alguna revisión.
I don't think our president really has any real convictions himself. I think he's a soulless person who just wants to be famous and make a lot of money. But even if it doesn't really do anything to make our communities safer or cleaner, it's just all theater. He's a reality TV star. So people that aren't from California, maybe they'll see the videos of people coming in and they think that things are getting better, but it's just ruining people's lives, tearing apart families, communities, they're feeling terrorized. That's just what it is. So it's awful. Personally, I'm really grateful that I'm not affected by the ICE raids, but it's just tragic to see how a lot of things are falling apart, friends losing jobs, people losing opportunities, people are in survival mode. My family's working class, so it's just paycheck to paycheck. California is so expensive to live in. A lot of businesses are closing down, so things are pretty rough, but I'm so grateful that for the small things. Right now, I have an optimistic outlook for the long term because I feel like future generations, they learn from these things. I feel like things are probably going to get a lot worse before they get better, but I hope to be proven wrong.
It's an interesting time. In my time as an American, I guess I haven't seen so much polarization. But I think relative to other countries, I think America's doing pretty well.
So it's been 7 months in the current administration. How's it been for you?
It doesn't really affect me, to be candid with you. I mean, everything's normal. Everything's cool.
What is the thing you like the most that President Trump has done?
So he passed a recent tax bill for people like me who invest in early stage startups. It's called QSBS. He made some changes to it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I get additional tax benefits for investing in young companies. If you were to start your own company and raise money and I were to give you money, then it would be tax-free after a certain amount of years. I think it's quite nice. It encourages entrepreneurship and then it encourages investment.
What are your thoughts on his tariff plan and all that stuff?
I have no idea what his plan is with that. He's defying all economic policy that's been done for 100 years. And so, I don't know, it's a good experiment, I guess. A good financial experiment to see what happens.
What is something that you dislike a lot?
I would say when I travel, my parents are expats. I travel a lot. I've lived abroad. And it's just a sense of he's not a politician. So some people may like that, the fact that he's not a traditional politician, but he is an outlier and he just kind of says whatever comes up to his mind. So sometimes he says things that could reflect poorly on America.
Well, what are your thoughts on the ICE raids and all?
I don't really have, I've seen some of the news with it. I'm a first generation American. So my parents, most of my family are immigrants. They came to this country looking for a better life. And so I'm a big believer in if you're an immigrant, no matter how you get here, if you come and produce and work, do that. Him enforcing his immigration policy and hiring a bunch of people in ICE and deporting people, I don't really have an opinion on that. But, there are ways to be an illegal immigrant and get your citizenship. So, there are multiple avenues.
Y en medio de toda esta incertidumbre decidí visitar el distrito de las piñatas aquí en el centro, el conocido Piñata District, un lugar lleno de colores, música y comida típica latina. Hemos llegado al distrito de las piñatas y bueno, es fin de semana y Aún así lo veo bastante tranquilo. Y quise ir no solo para conocer, sino también para consumir algo, ya que en estos momentos estar presente y consumir en estos negocios también es una forma de acompañar a la comunidad. Casi podría asegurar que estoy en Ciudad de México, si no es por los edificios esos. Como yo vengo de la Ciudad de México, tenemos mucho esa costumbre de venir, comprar en los mercados y sentarnos a comernos una quesadilla y no sé, me sentí como melancólica. Y heme aquí. Y me compré una jamaica. No crean, sí me saqué de onda y dije, como ¿para qué querría alguien una piñata de Trump en su fiesta? Y después dije, no inventes. Igual con las piñatas de los agentes de ICE. ¿Para qué querría alguien una piñata de agentes de ICE? Las piñatas en este lugar cuestan entre 13 y 15 dólares. Y son muchísimas, muchísimas. Yo quedé muy sorprendida. Hay de todos los tipos, colores, sabores. También hay dulces típicos mexicanos, dulces típicos latinos.
Honestly, I'm very surprised. That's mostly my main reaction is surprise because this was a very unpredictable election. I told myself, no matter who wins, I'm going to be shocked either way. I'm not happy with what's going on with the tariffs. You know, I'm not happy what's going on with burning the bridges with other nations. I'm glad that President Trump made English the official language of America. I'm Hispanic. English is my second language. I come from a family of immigrants. People oftentimes say that the US has no official language. That is a land of immigrants. However, if we're going to be realistic, you know, when you look at the road signs, they're in English. When you go to a restaurant, the menu's in English. You know, even if the person's English is shit, they're going to say hello with the thickest accent possible. I feel like if you're going to move to a country, I feel like you need to, you know, learn the language. I mean, like if I'm moving to Japan, I'm going to learn how to speak some fucking Japanese. If I'm moving to German, I got to speak German, you know? I work customer service. That's currently my job. I work the English line, I work the Spanish line. So when I talk to my Spanish people, my company doesn't give letters in Spanish. So they're having trouble reading it, and then I'm just like, I feel like, you know, them not learning English is really hurting them a lot. I mean, if you live in a very big city like Los Angeles, and I'm from New York, you know, you can get away with it. But in the majority of America, you go to some random ass suburb, you know, and no one's gonna understand you, and you're gonna have trouble. So now, if you're happy staying in your own little bubble within your own little community, hey, you know, speak the language you want. But if you want to get the full experience of this new nation that you're coming to, I think it's best you learn English, you know? I don't love him. I'm not like a MAGA or like, you know, I don't hate him either. I don't have a lot of people, you know, think he's like the next Hitler. I don't really think he's, you know, I think that's a bit extreme. I believe he just has a big fucking mouth. I feel like he's solving some of my problems, but I feel like his current presidency right now, he might potentially create some more with his behavior right now. I got so much of my own shit I'm worrying about. I got bills to pay, so when you're trying to survive yourself, you know, it's hard to really pay attention to what's going on with that. So
Why do you think he's sending troops to sanctuary cities?
I don't believe that, you know, the military or troops should be fighting on American soil. We should more kind of better the police, have a better police system, better law enforcement system to the point where we don't even have to be taking these measures, you know? But however, I'm from New York City, which right now, this is out of control. People talk a lot of shit about LA. I haven't been here long enough to really know, but New York City is out of control. Like the crime is like people will stab you because it's Tuesday. So I do believe that there needs to be some drastic measures done about the crime.
Do you have any thoughts on the ICE raids?
I believe that the ICE raids should only particularly be going after criminals. You know, if you're in this country to traffic drugs, if you're trafficking people, weapons, if you're just, you know, hurting and robbing innocent civilians, yeah, I feel like, you know, these people should be deported. You know, they should go back. You know, but however, the ones that are here making an honest living, they're here because they truly, you know, they didn't have the opportunities from where they came from, and they're working, they're contributing. I feel like those people, we should give them amnesty. We should give the good ones amnesty, and then we should go the criminals, you know, back to the country.
I'm from Czech Republic. Honestly, I don't know what other people think about, but I'm not happy about it. And I think it's the biggest mistake. And he's a president just because he doesn't want to be in the jail.
You think most people think like you in Czech Republic?
I know a lot of people who just doesn't care about it because they think that I don't care, it's in US, and so I don't like him. He's more like businessman and criminal than politicians.
So far, how's your experience been here?
Well, I was working here for 2.5 months and I made some trips to New York, and now I have 22 days for traveling, so far so good.
What about the food?
Honestly, everybody knows US has one big fast food. I have to. Okay, I'm gonna try McDonald's. It was so disappointing if I compare it to Europe, but other than that, I think the food is fine.
What about prices?
It's kind of same as in Europe. Fast food, it's kind of same.
No problem with prices.
No, I think it's good. People I met, they were fine, they were friendly. But yesterday, I was in LA downtown. It was something different. I wanted to go to Fashion District, and the places between them, that's 1 week garbage, and it's full of homeless and crackheads. So
Oh, you went to Skid Row.
yeah, I guess so.
So after this experience here in the US, would you come back in the future?
Yeah, I'm planning to, because a lot of my friends want to go there, and I haven't been all places which I wanted to. Miami, Chicago. Can't wait for the next time.
Quiero aprovechar para compartirles que los amigos de TapTapSend me han dado un código de descuento que me gustaría compartir con ustedes. Si no sabes qué es TapTapSend, es una aplicación que sirve para enviar dinero a cualquier parte del mundo, desde Estados Unidos, desde España. O sea, el envío de dinero lo puedes hacer desde tu celular, no tienes que ir a hacer filas a ninguna tienda y a ningún lado, olvídate de las filas. Y bueno, les voy a ser honesta, usando este código no solamente me apoyan a mí y obviamente apoyan el crecimiento de este canal, sino que yo estoy consciente de que muchas personas que ven este contenido son personas que viven fuera de sus países y envían dinero a casa, pero aprovechando este código pues puedes hacerlo desde tu celular, eso es una ventaja. Así que les dejo mi código FISH10 y la persona que lo recibe lo puede cobrar en efectivo en un Oxxo o en una farmacia Guadalajara, en una tienda. Es la verdad muy fácil, muy confiable. También considero que ofrece un muy buen tipo de cambio y lo mejor es que no pagas comisiones. Reciban $10 de regalo en su primer envío desde $20. En verdad espero que este código les sirva de mucho.
We are far behind, way far behind than a lot of countries. Like, look at Dubai, man. Like, damn. Man, go to Dubai, y'all. Go to Dubai. Hey, look it out there. I never been, but yeah.
Oh, you should go. It's
Yeah.
actually very nice. But
I'm
why
gonna try
Dubai?
it. I mean, cause it's not here. Like, I love my country. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, I never even been to a beach until I came here. What can we do but survive? Hell, people probably hate me for this, but like, man, Trump is one funny guy. Like, he can make better decisions, but he also making some good decisions. I ain't blaming the man. He ain't running me. He running y'all. I ain't vote for nobody. You feel me? I ain't voting for no other man to run me. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Independence. If it is going to be a change, it should be with people that actually experience what's going on, instead of somebody that got to be way older and all, but like people that actually experience what it's like on these streets, how it is to live on these streets. That's who should be in the office, if anybody in office.
La verdad sí estoy impresionada con la cantidad de piñatas de Trump y de migración que hay. Estos son cohetes, ¿no? Sí, son cohetes. Creo que no hay algo más mexicano que burlarse de las tragedias que uno anda viviendo y viendo las piñatas de ICE y de Trump. Hay piñatas de agentes de ICE por todas partes. Miren. O sea, no me sorprende el hecho que las haya. La verdad, no esperaba menos. Pero ver tantas, eso sí me sorprendió algo.
I would prefer not to be on camera.
Okay.
I don't mind you
The
using
voice.
my voice.
Okay.
The 3 states that have the most murders and crime are all Republican states. So why are they coming to Democratic states? Because Trump wants to take control. He wants to make everyone afraid. And it's working. People are afraid. They're afraid to speak out. But I can afford to buy groceries, hopefully, for who knows how long. Coffee's gone up, butter, milk, everything, bread. I don't know how families are making do. I worry about people. That's what Democrats do. They care about people.
A lot of people have said that a lot of things that are happening are actually the Democratic Party's fault. What do you think about that?
Because we're not pugilistic. We are not fighters. We expect someone else to fight our battles for us. People like you coming along, asking questions. I think that's wonderful. Maybe you encourage them to be a little curious what this is doing to our democracy. People are not fighting back. Even I hesitate to fight back. I am a dual national for England and America.
Are you considering
I would like to, but I feel like we have to stay and fight.
Este era como de perritos y dice, gracias a todos nuestros clientes, los vamos a extrañar. Pero este era muy popular de perritos, era una guardería donde los bañaban y todo eso. No es el único negocio que he visto así aquí en el centro. Hay muchísimos negocios que se están despidiendo y que están poniendo este tipo de letreros y es algo bastante triste. Mucha de la realidad que los negocios actualmente están enfrentando aquí.
Honestly, it is a hot mess, but I feel like there's some optimism there because I think what that guy in the White House is doing is uniting people just because he's such a dumpster fire. It's on fire! I mean, he's done so many things that are illegal, immoral, and I think if people are starting to see him, I don't know why they took this long, but they're starting to see him for who he really is. And, you know, maybe the country's gonna come together and make some new laws so we don't have this kind of problem again. Okay, I'm African American. I'm saying that because we're recording, and I have had some instances where I think people were emboldened by Trump to do kind of racist things, but I have also seen people come out of the woodwork to stand up for people of color, you know, the trans community and the LGBTQI community. So that's been really good too. And definitely in my community, when he decided he wanted to bring ICE to Los Angeles, my community, you know, everybody stepped. I don't know, I want to say I expected it, but I know we're like proud and we have immigrants everywhere. You know, that's part of LA. What is this guy thinking?
Why do you think he's sending troops to sanctuary cities?
Oh, because he wants his followers to think that there's a real problem and there isn't, but he wants to make it seem like it is.
It's been 7 months since he
That's
took
crazy.
office. Yeah.
This feels like years. Feels like years.
That's 7 months. Is there anything he has done that you approve of?
That is a good question. There may have been, but I cannot think of anything.
What is something or the thing that you hate the most?
I don't know that I hated the most, but he took funding away from the healthcare communities, from Medicare, from Medicaid, gutting Social Security. It makes no sense. I wish his parents would have hugged him and said I love you to him because obviously there's something going on there. So I do these meditations where this is just an example. Like I wish for myself love, and then you pick someone you love and say I wish love for my loved one, and then you pick someone that you don't know that maybe you've passed on the street, like today it's going to be you. Then you say I wish love for her, and then you pick someone that you don't care for and you say I wish love for them as well. So I've been doing that every day for weeks since I discovered it.
Oh, how's that been?
I like it. I'm gonna try to like put it online to get other people to do it too. I mean, it's crazy, but I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on the United States, not yet.
Bueno, pues así están las cosas en este momento. Ya saben que cualquier novedad o cosa que acontezca, yo les paso el dato. También quiero aprovechar para agradecer a la gente que se suscribe al canal, que da like, que comparte los videos, que deja comentarios. De verdad, eso nos ayuda mucho a rankear más alto. ¿Y qué es lo que pasa? Bueno, un canal que rankea alto, pues lo toman más en serio y pues nos ayudaría muchísimo. Bueno, me ayudaría muchísimo porque yo soy la persona que hace estos mini reportajes. Yo grabo, yo entrevisto, yo edito, todo. De verdad quiero agradecerles mucho por su apoyo. Sin ustedes, pues esto no sería posible. De verdad, les mando un fuerte abrazo y pues nos vemos en el próximo video. Soy Suri. Les quiero, familia Pez. Chao.
Siempre la fiesta.